Good day to everyone. I am Cedric Basco and I'm part of the group that will be discussing the nature of radio. Since we discussed several things already about the nature of radio, we'll move on to another aspect of radio, which is the music. So that's what I'm going to be discussing for everyone in this module. So let me share my screen. There. Okay. So there are two important functions not that music performs on radio. So music as a predominant output in radio program, especially in the Philippines, wherein especially in the years back before the online streaming platforms are present, a lot of people are really tuning in to the radio, be it in the AM and the FM stations, especially in the FM stations, because Filipinos love music. So I think we have already established a reputation in the world how good singers Filipinos are. So, and how we love karaoke and things like that. So we can draw a culture of musical culture among Filipinos from there. Okay. So in the Philippines alone, many FM stations offer little or nothing else but music. So in our FM stations, we can see that there's so much music in it. So most of the time, it's all the content of FM station. Although there are some of the DJs that they would like interject or explain something or make the break the monotonous tone of all music content. But generally speaking, it's more of like we do have a lot of music to play in our FM stations. So the lyrics, the beat, the melody, all of them are source of pleasure among Filipinos in terms of radio station. So let me share the screen. Yeah. So in the music in the Philippine radio, there are several aspects of that. So one, it's a source of pleasure for listeners. I think it's a sorry, during our pastime and like siesta moments, or even like in commuting, music accompanies Filipino commuter. Music accompanies every one of us wherever we go, or most of us wherever we go, even up to this day. So at the same time, aside from being it a pleasure, words and sound largely refer to something outside themselves because music is not static in terms of meaning. There's no precise meaning, definition, or interpretation. All music are up for personal interpretation. Yes, a writer or a songwriter might have a different purpose, different meaning why he or she wrote the song, but basically the way that listeners take it in, it becomes different. The way they want it to be interpreted. Yeah. So some music may convey emotion, not actually some, but many music convey emotion. It reminds us of joy, sadness, it excites us, it gives us probably knowledge, it informs us. It depends on the purpose of the music that is playing on the radio. Although not precisely, while some others may indicate cultural and historical circumstances, especially in OPM, in Filipino music, we have uh, produced or using music that are not just for pleasure, that are not just for fun, but also has a cultural aspect in it or has a historical background. So we all do have that. And at the same time, some music may entail like reminiscing moments. So it reminds us of something else. So much of music does not contain the clear meanings that words do. I think I said that earlier that music is usually self-sufficient as a radio material because it can be fully appreciated even if we have never heard it before. So that's how uh, versatile music is. So the absence of precise meaning of music make it suitable for radio because radio is one-way communication. So it doesn't have to be it doesn't have a banter. You cannot react to whoever is playing it, but you can still react for yourself. So the interpretation, the way you want to take the music in yourself, it can be personal. It can always be personal. Okay? Because it allows the listeners to like assimilate music in their respective thoughts, their moods, their emotions. So that's why music on radio is very, very popular. So on the next slide, we discuss about the music as boundary and program frame. Since we are framing it in the on the radio, so music plays a very vital role in keeping an ad on a radio station or a program probably. So music has a plays an integral part on that. Okay. So for Philippine broadcasters, they use commercial music like liberally, meaning to say, sorry, meaning to say, we use it all whenever we want to use it because, well, our royalties and intellectual rights in the country is not that strict. So we can use like part of a certain music, so we can use it on um, our own content. So I think a lot of radio programs and stations are doing that. So it has become a customary for producers to use snippets of commercial music. Sometimes they even compose like a special melodies for it. So for example, as start of a radio program or a radio advertisement, there's always a music in it that make it more catchy, more for people to remember it more. So I think Filipinos are very good at that in creating some catchy lines, music in their advertisements or like OBB or CBB, the start of a program and the closing billboard and the opening billboard of a program. So usually these commercial music denote program beginnings and program endings. For example, it's TV Patrol or 24 Oras for TV. You hear like a very notable intro music. So even in radio, they do that. Once you hear the beat, you know that, oh, this is a new program or this is now this program because it gives identity, brand identity, program identity. Music gives that. Okay. And then segments of magazine or variety programs, be it in TV or radio, they are marked by closing and opening stingers. Okay. So the use of bed music played during talk show is becoming a frequent practice. When it comes to framing mechanism, usually we add music, the music that we add in the content that we produce or the producers do or content, the music that they choose for those programs similarly usually um work hand in hand in the theme of the program. For example, it's a children's show, so the music would be something lively, something that would catch the attention of children. And then if it's drama, you feel the heaviness of the music. Same with news. The music like set the tone, set the mood. Okay, this is a serious show. So the music would try to warm up the audience. That okay, it's gonna be serious because the tone the music used is serious. Same with the children's show comedy. Comedy, usually you add laughters, it's more quirky, it's more funny sounding. So you appropriate the sound based on the genre of your show. Okay, especially on the radio. So let's take a look at different perspectives when it comes to music on radio. For the Universal Studios production music, this is what they put on their website. Music adds a unique element to an ad or spot on radio that helps you connect with the brand. Because it's very important that you are able to connect with your audience, your target audience, especially when you're selling something or when you're trying to advertise something. In this case, the brand can be anything from a chain of restaurants to a particular talk show host. In the end, it's about connecting people to your content. Never forget that. It's not like just in radio, but even in TV or in print. You should know your audience and you should know how to play your platform so that you can be able to connect to your audience. Especially again, it's a one-way communication. So you only have a chance to connect to them through an output. You cannot explain it to them. You cannot banter with them because it's not a two-way. So you have to put some elements, including music, to connect, to do that for you, to do the connection for you. Okay. So other perspectives when it comes to the music in radio communication. So usually the soundtracks, the sound beds, the sound effects, they matter in every medium that has an audio component. So you would want to have a wide variety of music library for your radio if you happen to establish your own radio production, for example, because yeah, you need the right options at your fingertips. If you want laughter, you can push it at the button, right at your fingertips. So how you choose your transition tracks or your music is completely up to you in your radio show. And it's always important that you have a high quality audio in your show or in your content. So how about music in radio broadcasting? It's also the same. It is the heartbeat of a radio. According to journalism.university, let me change the slide. That music is the heartbeat of radio. It serves a multitude of functions, from setting the tone of the program to filling the gaps between segments. It it keeps the airwaves going. It gives a vibrant vibrant mood in your program. So music's presence on the airwaves is as old as the medium itself, and its roles are as varied as the genres it represents. So it changes. It depends on the program, it depends on the show, it depends on the topic, it depends on the theme. So the music you choose would depend on that. So it also break the monotony in radio broadcasting because sometimes talk segments can be boring, can be like too much talking. So you add music to add colors, to add interest in that, to keep the interest of listeners in your program, especially if it's a long program. It also shows versatility when it comes to the radio content because it helps your listeners to go in a journey, because a radio program is like a journey. People are listening to it, like the narratives, and your music adds to the guide in terms of your content. It can lead listeners from one segment to the next because of the transition tracks. And at the same time, it can build anticipation if you're adding some music. So people would be hooked into your program. Okay. So they are interested to know what's coming up next. It also shapes the program's identity because music defines, in a radio station, your music choices would actually be part of your brand identity or your program identity. And music helps to forge that identity with certain tunes that is very, very synonymous to a specific show. Effective music can remember a show. If there are some commercials that we heard, and then, oh, we keep on singing because, the LSS, the last song syndrome, because it is being repeated on radio stations or probably on TV. We get to memorize it and then play it on our mind. It also create emotional resonance. It also enhance the thematic content. So if it's a drama, it's a horror, it's comedy, it's serious. So you just add or put music that fits to that genre, then it's good. Then it keeps the mood intact. Okay, the integrity of the show. And at the same time, you build loyal audience, especially if it's an FM station. If you keep on producing like a new songs, you keep on producing or playing new songs or wide variety of song or playlist, then you can hook many audience to tune in into your program. So being consistent in producing your music that's relevant to your identity can build a loyal audience. And it also transcend language barriers because that's music. That's the power of music. It's not just about the words, it's not just about the singer. It's about the interpretation, the melodies, everything in it. Once someone connects with it, regardless of their race, regardless of their experiences, they just own it. They just feel it. So that's why language barriers transcended whenever there's music. Okay. So I hope I discuss something about music and how it is relevant and adds color, adds more relevance to radio programs, radio stations, and even in different broadcasting. Okay. So to leave you something, two questions. I'm leaving you two questions. The first one is, how powerful is music to you, like personally? So it's good to discuss that, and so we get to know each other on a little personal level. How powerful is music